Yo, what is going on everyone? Guiding Light here back with another quick Destiny 2 video. In this one, I'm going to be giving you guys a few tips and tricks on how you can actually get through the Legendary campaign, especially if you are a solo player. So first and foremost, what I do suggest you do is go ahead and run Hunter. The only reason why is because it has the access to go invisible, and this will help quite a bit, especially when running solo, because if you ever need to go get ammo or just take a little break because there's so many enemies on you, going invisible will actually take the aggro off of you quite a bit, and it makes the campaigning a lot easier. Now this will help even if you're not running solo, because just having one invis hunter on your team could help quite a bit, because they can be able to actually get revives and stuff like that too while being invisible. Now another thing I highly suggest doing is trying to find a primary weapon that has headstone on it. This is going to make it so that stasis crystals spawn every single time you hit a headshot, and this will, once those stasis crystals blow up, they will damage all of the enemies around them. Now, in these story missions, you're going to find a lot of hordes of enemies. There's going to be so many, like, just stacked up to close to each other, so I highly suggest running something like Lorenz Driver. Because of that perk, every time you hit a headshot, it will actually bring all the enemies to you and cause a massive explosion. And in my opinion, it has helped with these missions quite a bit while running this weapon. So I highly suggest running Lorenz Driver. Now, another thing that I suggest is running like either Gallahorn or probably even just another linear fusion in your heavy slot. The reason for this is because the heavy weapon, at least the one I'm using, which is the one from Trials, and then the Lorenz Driver, they do almost the same amount of damage. So the fact that it'll allow you to have about 20 bullets in the Lorenz Driver as well as another 20 in your heavy, it gives you like 40 bullets for basically one linear fusion. And now another thing, if you guys don't want to run, a linear fusion in your heavy, I do suggest at least running Lorenz Driver, because you're going to come across special ammo pretty often, but you're not going to come across that heavy ammo packs as often. So by putting on Lorenz Driver, you're essentially putting a heavy weapon in your secondary slot, and it's actually really easy to get ammo for. Now, another thing that you want to do is be picking up the engrams as they drop and making sure that you level up your gear. Now, the reason for this is because so long as your gear is leveled up, or you have that higher level gear in your inventory, it will continue to level you up more and more, and you don't want to miss out on certain light levels that you can achieve by just playing out in the campaign. That way, as you progress in the story, not only will you get that out of the way, but you will be leveling up your power level as well. So you definitely want to be picking up all of the engrams and checking them, because a lot of the blues, even because of the new season, will drop at a higher level. So make sure not to miss out on any of those. Now, that's pretty much it for the tips and tricks that I can give you guys. There's not like you can put on one weapon and just run through the whole story really easily. But if you guys don't have Lorenz Driver, I do suggest using something like Telesto, or something that's just that it will have a large impact around it. I'm sure there's a lot of other setups out there that are really good. This is just the one that I chose to run because I've really enjoyed linears. And with the Lorenz Driver, it does make the ad clear in a lot easier, especially when you hit those headshots, because you'll end up taking out all of the enemies in just one or two shots. And in my opinion, it's a lot easier because if you have something like Lorenz Driver on, you can actually kill most of the enemies in 2 to 3 bullets. Whereas if you're using like an auto rifle or something else, you might have to put like a whole clip into it. And the more time you spend aggro on one enemy, it's just going to make it easier for the other enemies around you to actually come and kill you. So I do highly suggest running whatever you can that will kill, pretty much almost in 1 or 2 shots. And that's pretty much it for this one, guys. Hopefully this does help you guys out, at least to get through some of the missions. Now, if you guys need help with any of the specific missions, especially if you're running solo, let me know down in the comments, and I can upload a walkthrough on how to get through the entire mission as a solo player, as I will be playing solo. So that's pretty much it for this one, guys. Hopefully it helps you out, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.